Not a good day to be a Delhi Capitals fan today. So is not a good day for Punjab Kings fan as well because Shikhar Dhawan is gonna miss out this game, and I have Prateek and Pratyay with me to discuss about the same. Guys, we have got some update from Lucknow and Punjab Kings match, and that is certainly something which Punjab Kings does not want. शिखर धवन ने एक इंजरी पिकअप कर ली है, इसके चलते आज के मैच में पंजाब किंग्स को सैम करन कैप्टन करने वाले हैं और उन्होंने बताया है कि पिछले मैच में उन्होंने एक इंजरी थी जिसके चक्कर में कोई रिस्क नहीं लेना चाहती है टीम, बट हो सकता है कि वो जल्द ही वापसी करे, बट दैट इज अ मेजर ब्लो टू पंजाब किंग्स टुडे. प्रतीक.
Yeah, definitely. Shikhar Dhawan has been carrying Punjab Kings batting lineup virtually. So it's a big blow. It's a big setback. It goes without saying. The top scorer, one of the top scorers anyway, in the league. And he seemed to quite enjoy the captaincy role as well. And big blow for two reasons. He's one of the best batters in the league and is also the leader. Honestly, I have not seen Sam Curran captain in any form or any level in any tournament before, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to pan out. Big blow overall.
Right. Pratyay, I would like to ask you this. Like, we know what Shikhar Dhawan means to Punjab Kings, and he is injured, and then giving captaincy to Sam Curran, as Pratik was rightly pointing out that we haven't seen Sam Curran taking this responsibility in any particular tournament. Maybe I don't know about the domestic career of him, but definitely international career में हमने नहीं देखा because he's very young. So, do you see this like as a major setback for Punjab Kings, and what do you expect from Sam Curran out of it in today's match?
See, definitely it's a setback because, of course, he is the orange cap holder at the moment. And yes, his strike rate has been amongst the question, but I still feel that he has been doing the heavy lifting as far as Punjab Kings are concerned because whether you pick up his 99-run knock or a couple of other half centuries that he has got, every single time he has been the one who has stood up, even when others haven't. So I think losing someone of his caliber from the batting is definitely going to push you a little bit back. Not to forget the fact that he's your captain and an opener as well. So he's playing multiple roles in the team, has been the informed batter. So of course, it's a big void to fill. But yes, it's a great opportunity for Sam Curran. I think he hasn't really lit up the IPL as yet. When you are sold for something which is as staggering as an 18.5 crore, something that has never been seen before in the history of the entire league, not just Indian Premier League, any league for that matter. So when that kind of just adds a little bit of pressure to you, he has had a decent run in the games that he has played so far, but nothing so far that would actually justify that kind of price tag. So a couple of losses in the build-up to this game. If he can turn the fortunes around and if he can lead in Dhawan's absence, I think he would be very confident going into the tournament forward. As far as resting him is concerned, if he's injured, I think it's the correct thing to do because still it's the fourth or fifth match perhaps that Punjab are playing today, and you don't want your captain to be out for too long. Anyways, we are seeing a long string of injuries for too many players. Every side almost has been losing too many players this season. So you do not want that kind of a case where your captain sits out for the entire season just because you risked. So I think it's perhaps more of a precautionary measure, but great opportunity for Sam Curran to kind of just show his credentials as a captain as well.
राइट. एंड अगेंस्ट एलएसजी इन दिस मैच जहां वो अपने होम ग्राउंड पर है और पिछले दो मैचेस जो एलएसजी ने अपने होम ग्राउंड पर खेले हैं वो दोनों जीते हैं और हमें पता है कि वहां पे किस तरह का सपोर्ट मिल रहा है. जिस तरह की उनकी पिच है एलएसजी को बहुत सूट कर रही है. उनके बॉलर्स को विकेट लेना आ रहा है, रन बचा रहे हैं, बैटर स्कोर करना जानते हैं. इवन सीएसके तक को उन्होंने एक मैच में उन्होंने दिखाया कि उनके लिए कितना बड़ा ग्राउंड है एकाना स्टेडियम और कैसे वो उनकी होम कंडीशन बन गया है. इटसेल्फ अगर पिच रिपोर्ट की बात करें, स्पिनर्स प्लेड अ क्रूशियल रोल इन द लास्ट गेम बिटवीन लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स एंड सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद एज दे टुक 8 out of the 12 wickets. Sides batting first and second have managed to win a game apiece so far at the venue. So basically Ekana cricket stadium की जिस तरह की पिच रिपोर्ट है वो एलएसजी को बहुत सूट करती आ रही है. ऐसे में अपने मेजर प्लेयर को मिस आउट करना इज ग्रेट सेटबैक फॉर पंजाब किंग्स फॉर श्योर. बट उन्होंने टॉस में फिलहाल इतना बताया है कि सिकंदर रजा इज बैक इन द 11 which is a good thing because सिकंदर रजा we know what kind of a player he is, what he has done for Zimbabwe. दो आईपीएल में itself इतना सक्सेसफुल जैसा उनका स्टैचर है उसके हिसाब से ही couldn't perform, बट इस 11 में वो वापस हो चुके हैं. तो हो सकता है कि हम उनसे आज कुछ बेटर एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. प्रतीक.
Yeah, definitely. He hasn't quite cut the mustard in the Indian Premier League yet, and that is expected. He has come to the tournament with huge expectations on his shoulder, especially after the kind of uh, year he had in 2022 with Zimbabwe across formats in white ball. And yeah, on today's surface, it really depends on what kind of soil it's going to be there on the surface, because against Delhi Capitals in the stadium, it was red soil that was used, and there was fair bit of contest, even contest between bat and ball. Uh, and in another game, we saw black soil being used, and it was dot balls galore. So today, either way, Sikandar Raza can be a huge addition because he can offer with both bat and ball. And if we are going to see black soil again, and if it's going to offer a lot sharp turn to the spinners, Sikandar Raza can be one of the X factors for the team. And yeah, I mean, with a veteran like Shikhar Dhawan being out of the side, I think having a senior player like Sikandar Raza can really help the side in the decision making. Um, then again, you can't keep a good player out for very long. So we haven't seen a lot either with the ball or with the bat from Raza. So this could be the game to just turn up and uh, do what is needed in the absence of their captain.
राइट और एक तरफ जहां टॉस का फैसला हो चुका है एलएसजी और पंजाब किंग्स के मैच में, वहां दूसरी तरफ रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर 23 रन से अपना मुकाबला जीत गई है। एम चिन्नास्वामी में जो मुकाबला खेला जा रहा था, दैट वाज अगेन नॉट अ गुड डे फॉर दिल्ली कैपिटल्स, बिकॉज ये आउटिंग भी उनकी एक फेल्ड आउटिंग रही है और आरसीबी को एक जीत हासिल हुई है। प्रत्यय दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के लिए सीरियसली, लाइक प्री मैच में भी हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे, दे नीड टू सॉर्ट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स इन देयर ग्रुप। दो दे हैव गुड 11, दो दे हैव गुड स्क्वाड, they can make some good decisions, some good combinations which is required, but something is seriously very much wrong at the mindset level of Delhi Capitals, because हमने initially देखा the moment they came to bat, back to back उनके wickets गिरते जा रहे थे, कोई बैटर खड़ा नहीं था। even I remember शायद 2 रन पर 3 विकेट थे, कुछ इस तरीके का इनका समरी अगर मैं आपको दिखाऊं। सो रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर ने 174 रन बनाए, उन्होंने 6 विकेट गवाए। वहीं विराट कोहली ने 50, एक और हाफ सेंचुरी सीजन की, उनकी थर्ड हाफ सेंचुरी। महिपाल लॉमरो 26 और मिचेल मार्श ने 2 विकेट लिए, कुलदीप ने 2 विकेट लिए। वहीं दिल्ली कैपिटल्स बैट करने के लिए जब उतरे, 174 का टारगेट चिन्नास्वामी में कोई बहुत बड़ा टारगेट नहीं था, स्टिल दे कुडंट चेज इट आउट। मनीष पांडे 50 रन, एंड्रिक नोकिया 23 रन नॉट आउट। विजय विश्वक ने काफी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस दिया है, अपने डेब्यू में उन्होंने 3 विकेट लिए हैं। डेविड वार्नर का बड़ा विकेट लिया, इसके अलावा मोहम्मद सिराज ने 2 विकेट लिए और इन ऑल आरसीबी 23 रन से जीत गई। बट प्रत्यय आफ्टर दिस, लाइक वी नो एम चिन्नास्वामी के लिए 174 रन इज नॉट दैट बिग ऑफ अ थिंग, लाइक इट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी नॉर्मल। चिन्नास्वामी में 174 रन्स चेस करना, इट्स नॉट दैट बिग ऑफ अ डील, व्हिच मींस कि दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के बॉलर्स ने जितना सरप्राइज नहीं किया, उससे ज्यादा उनके बैटर्स ने सरप्राइज किया। दे कुडंट स्कोर दीस मेनी रन्स, सो दे सीरियसली नीड टू थिंक अबाउट इट एंड हाउ डू कैन रियली दे कैन कम ओवर इट।
See, in my assessment, this really wasn't that kind of a typical Chinnaswamy track that we usually see. It wasn't really a 200 track, because we saw even RCB had that little phase in between where they lost 2-3 wickets in quick succession. There was a team hat trick that Delhi managed to have a couple of strikes for Kuldeep Yadav. But I think Delhi has, as I even pointed out in the pre-show, there is really no one who is just putting their hand up saying that, okay, I am going to take the team today. I mean, even today, Warner again showed a little bit of intent, but he wasn't able to continue. Prithvi Shaw trying to take on the fielder. It was a risky signal. It wasn't really needed. You do not have runs behind your back. So it did not make too much of sense for me to being so greedy about a single run, because you know what kind of caliber you have. If you stick around for maybe say 20, 25 balls, you might as well bring up a 50. You have that kind of skill set with you. So why would you not want to spend out time in the middle? So there has been a touch of nervousness, at times a bit of recklessness as well, and I think that has been the major reason behind their downfall. Because I think 175, of course, it's not a very daunting target to chase. Given the fact that you had won the toss, you had chosen to do whatever you wanted to do. So it wasn't a case that you were asked to do something by the opponent skipper, but you yourself made the choice. Then as things get towards the evening, things start to cool down. So it wasn't that you were batting in the heat. Everything was still pretty much in their control. But as I said, lack of partnerships. I mean, 2-3 low scores there. Yash Dhul not getting along. Mitchell Marsh on comeback again fell for a duck. Warner showed a bit of intent, but I think 19 of 12 again not being able to carry on. And lower down the order as well, credit to the way Mohammad Siraj bowled with the new ball. and the youngster Vishchak. I think the way he bowled, the manner in which he bowled, showed a lot of character as well. Good run up, and I think he's one of the bowlers perhaps that you can have an eye on in the entire season, because getting David Warner out as your first wicket in the IPL, that's not a mean feat. I mean, of course, he's not scoring too quickly, but still, run if you consider the run form, I think he has been in form. So I think he would be pretty satisfied with his performance as well. Overall, I think it's again a very disappointing outing for Delhi Capitals, and I think 5 on the bounce, when you lose that, when I mean you cannot afford slow starts in IPL any case, and when you lose 5 on the trot, then I think the only place to go for you is upwards. I think anything that Delhi is now going to do, it has to be only a case of improvement, and I think. For me personally, I don't really think that this season is going to take off for them. I would love to be proven wrong if they eventually end up qualifying for the playoffs, but I really don't see them qualifying from here on. So I think this season should now be looked at from their perspective. Perhaps try to spoil a few parties. Maybe just give the players on the bench a chance. Maybe take that kind of a route, and couple of losses more, and you're already looking at the next season. So I think
Yeah.
this season has just not been their season. Pant out already, not leading the side. Their regular captain missing. Plenty of loopholes to be filled. But if they can manage to do that in this season, at least they would regroup better for the next year. So I think that is what they think Tank would be perhaps wondering already after 5 losses.
Right. And Pratik, we just simply cannot close this discussion without having a opinion or without having basically a discussion on Prithvi Shaw. We know this youngster. We know he know how to bat. We know his skill set. We know how many records he has already created. Like जब school cricket में जब पृथ्वी शॉ का हमने नाम सुना था, we know this youngster, but he is somehow unable to score runs because अभी जितने भी ग्राउंड पे उन्होंने खेला है, पृथ्वी शॉ ने सिर्फ डिसअपॉइंट किया है डीसी फैंस को भी, इवन पृथ्वी शॉ के सेल्फ फैंस को भी, बिकॉज हमें पता है कि वो किस तरह के खिलाड़ी हैं. बट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज गोइंग रॉन्ग विद हिम, व्हाई ही इज अनेबल टू स्कोर रन्स. आज भी वो रन आउट हो गए अपने पहले ही ओवर में. ही वाज सपोज्ड टू स्कोर रन्स बट ही कुडंट.
Talking strictly about today, I think it was just brilliance from the field. But talking about his overall form, he had a pretty good white ball season in the domestic circuit, forcing his way into the national side as well. Uh, why hasn't he been scoring runs in IPL? I think it's just the face. That's all I can say, because today it was just matter of a bit of laziness on his part. The way he was running was just too lackadaisical, if I may say that, because he starts, he just checks if it's going to go for 4 through the covers. It was saved, then he starts rushing again, and there was no dive in the end. Overall, it was just total lack of effort on his part, and all credit to Anuj Rawat, because uh, I think it was just perfect fielding for that delivery, because first he saves 4 runs. The pickup was quick. He has very little glance at the stumps. Honestly, I didn't even see him taking a glance at the stumps. He just throws it very casually, and it was just perfection. It was just uh, there was just no way Prithvi Shaw would have made home with that sort of running. I think one might argue it could be a combination of fitness and just lack of luck in this case. I think I'm pretty positive that Prithvi.
I think there are some glitches going on with Pratik's camera. We'll try to figure this out. We'll try to overcome it. But Pratyay, I would just simply go on with this discussion, and definitely let's take a look at the top performers of this particular match, आरसीबी वर्सेस डीसी, बिकॉज वी नो कि एक अच्छा एनकाउंटर था, एक अच्छा क्लैश था, जो कि डेफिनेटली आरसीबी फैंस को काफी पसंद आया होगा. वी कैन सी विराट कोहली, ही हैज स्कोर्ड 50 रन्स इन द वेरी फर्स्ट इनिंग्स, एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स मिचेल मार्श वी कैन सी उन्होंने 2 विकेट्स लिए और 18 रन्स दिए 2 ओवर में, विच वाज अ गुड परफॉर्मेंस फ्रॉम डीसी साइड. इसके अलावा सेकंड इनिंग्स की बात करें, मनीष पांडे ने 50 रन्स बनाए फॉर डीसी, और इधर विजय कुमार विश्यक जिन्होंने डेब्यू किया था आज आरसीबी के लिए, उन्होंने 3 विकेट्स लिए, जिसमें डेविड वार्नर, अक्षर पटेल और ललित यादव, इनका विकेट इन्होंने अपने नाम किया. 20 रन्स दिए और 4 ओवर अपने प्रॉपर फेंके, विच वाज अ गुड परफॉर्मेंस. डेफिनेटली प्राउड होगा आज इन्हें अपनी परफॉर्मेंस पे, और इसके अलावा जिस तरह की परफॉर्मेंस उन्होंने आरसीबी के लिए दी है, तो आरसीबी उनको आगे कंटिन्यू करना चाहेगी. अब देख लेते हैं एक तरफ प्लेयर टू वॉच आउट फॉर एलएसजी वर्सेस पीवीकेएस मैच का, बिकॉज वी नो कि इस मुकाबले में बहुत सारे ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं, 2 शिखर धवन मिस आउट कर रहे हैं, बट स्टिल यहाँ पर इस तरह के प्लेयर्स हैं जिनसे हम आज उम्मीद कर सकते हैं. तो सबसे सबसे पहले आते हैं केएल राहुल, द कैप्टन, अपनी लीडिंग साइड के, होम साइड के कैप्टन केएल राहुल। 113 मैचेस उन्होंने खेले हैं, इसके अलावा 3970 रन उन्होंने बनाए हैं। उनका एवरेज है 46.70 और 31 50s और 400 उनके नाम है, व्हिच इज अ गुड नंबर। केएल राहुल इनिशियली स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे आईपीएल में, बट वी आर डैम श्योर कि होम ग्राउंड है उनका, तो उनको काफी मजा आने वाला है। इसके अलावा प्लेयर टू वॉच आउट देखेंगे दूसरी टीम की तरफ से, बट आई थिंक हमारे लिए दूसरी तरफ से प्लेयर टू वॉच आउट द शिखर धवन, और डेफिनेटली वो गेम में है नहीं, क्योंकि लास्ट मोमेंट पता चल रहा है कि वो टॉस के टाइम पे सैम करन आए। बट आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू प्रत्यय एंड प्रतीक फ्रॉम बोथ ऑफ यू, प्लेयर टू वॉच आउट फ्रॉम पंजाब किंग्स इन दिस मैच, व्हाट डू यू थिंक who's going to be प्रत्यय?
See, I think with Shikhar Dhawan out of the ranks, I think it's a great opportunity for Sam Curran, as I said, because he hasn't really been able to really stamp his authority in the manner we perhaps expected. Because when any team is spending that kind of an amount on you, it kind of shows on that how much are they believing in you and in their capability. So I think Sam Curran, he's a youngster. He has had IPL experience, has done well for England, and now that he's getting an opportunity to lead, so of course there's going to be a lot of spotlight on him. Apart from him, I think the bowling is something that perhaps Punjab will have to be careful about, because not to forget the fact that they have been setting targets in this entire tournament. Things started off well, but then in the last two games, they haven't. The bowling has perhaps taken a bit of a backseat. Arshdeep Singh has been good, but again, you have to make sure that if you are setting those kind of targets, the bowlers have to ensure that they are defending as well. So I think Arshdeep Singh is definitely one of the players, and Sam Curran for the simple reason that he is leading today. It's going to be a fresh challenge for him as well, and an all-rounder. He's someone who contributes with both bat and ball as well in the field. So there are too many roles for him, and he is definitely going to be under some sort of pressure. But we hope that he would be able to overcome that.
Right, Pratik, according to you, which player can be the watch out from Punjab side today?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Sam Curran as well. We have seen with players like Hardik Pandya or this season with Nitish Rana. I mean, they weren't really rated much as captains before actually getting this role. But last season we saw how it panned out for Hardik Pandya. It really got the best out of him. And same is the case with Nitish Rana. He has been playing some great cricket of late. And I don't know, this might actually change the fortunes and uh, actually do good for Sam Curran's individual performances. And apart from Sam Curran, I think I would really love to see Kagiso Rabada hit his form back, because he's a top class bowler. He's one of the best bowlers in the world over the last decade or so across formats. So undoubtedly, I would like to see him come out all guns blazing and really step up for Punjab Kings. And like Pratya mentioned, there is Arshdeep as well, who started the season well. So I would like to see him perform well. All in all, I would really love to see someone like Sam Curran actually do well overall, be it with captaincy or individually as well.
Right. With that, let's take a look at the social tracker of this particular match. People might be discussing a lot about RCB and DC. We might be discussing as well, but let's take a look at the tweets which people are thinking. Lucknow, what sort of tehzeeb is this? Adab se harayenge. Okay. So we know this, like लखनऊ में लोग किस तरीके से बात करते हैं, और अदब है तो अदब से हराएंगे भी. Next is Queenie will be included in playing 11 versus Punjab Kings. He is going to open alongside KL Rahul and likely to keep as well. Well, definitely अगर ऐसा होता है तो this is the best thing जो कि क्या जरूरत जो कि एलएसजी चाहेगी, या डेफिनेटली एलएसजी के फैंस भी चाहेंगे, बिकॉज क्वेंटन डिकॉक को हमने देखा है जिस तरीके से उन्होंने एमआई के लिए भी खेला है. वी आर वेरी श्योर इट इज गोइंग टू बी ग्रेट. सी यू सून पंजाब, एंड ये एक फोटो केएल राहुल की, सी यू सून पंजाब, और वो सून एकदम कुछ 6 मिनट ही रह गए उस सून को हैपन होने में. सो डेफिनेटली देखते हैं कि किस तरह का एक एनकाउंटर देखने को मिलता है. Another tweet by VK18 fan. Okay, Virat Kohli fan interested in LSG. अच्छा, ये RCB DC के लिए ही है. RCB versus DC, and we can see how happy she is while just simply seeing what Virat Kohli has done today. So good catches, everything is great, and so is the reaction. दिनेश कार्तिक, एवरी टाइम टू फैफ एंड विराट कोहली, भरोसा रखिए पुराने खिलाड़ी हैं. डेफिनेटली दिनेश कार्तिक ने जिस तरीके से निधास ट्रॉफी में भी फिनिश किया था, उसी तरीके की उम्मीद दिनेश कार्तिक से यहाँ पर भी थी, और हमेशा जब भी उनसे कुछ उम्मीद करो अक्सर कर खरे उतरते हैं. DC टू RCB, घबराओ नहीं, हम तुमसे भी गए गुजरे हैं. आरसीबी फैंस को ये थोड़ा बुरा जरूर लग सकता है, बट डीसी की राइट नाउ ये डीसी के ऊपर मीम है, और डेफिनेटली हमें पता है इस सीजन उन्होंने क्या, उनके साथ क्या हो रहा है, बट डैम श्योर वो कोशिश करें अगर, तो इस चीज से उबर सकते हैं। दो थोड़ा सा होपलेस हो चुका है सीन, बट इट्स कंप्लीटली फाइन, दैट्स ऑल वी कैन डू। एक बार प्लेइंग 11 देख लेते हैं कि किस तरह से एलएसजी और पंजाब किंग्स की प्लेइंग 11 दिखाई पड़ रही है। सबसे पहले यहाँ पर हमारे पास नए कप्तान सैम करन और अथर्व तेड़े उतरेंगे उनके साथ, मैथ्यू शॉट, हरप्रीत सिंह, सिकंदर रजा, सैम करन, जितेश शर्मा, शाहरुख खान, हरप्रीत ब्रार, कगीसो रबाडा, राहुल चहर और अर्शदीप सिंह। ये है पंजाब किंग्स की प्लेइंग 11। अब एक बार नजर डालते हैं लखनऊ की प्लेइंग 11 के ऊपर, किस तरह से उन्होंने कॉम्बिनेशंस क्रिएट किए हैं, डेफिनेटली काफी इंटरेस्टिंग हो सकते हैं। केएल राहुल, काइल मेयर्स, दीपक हुड्डा, मार्कस स्टोनिस, कृणाल पांड्या, निकोलस पूरन, आयुष बदोनी, अवेश खान, युद्धवीर सिंह, मार्क वुड, Ravi Bishnoi, which means no Quentin de Kock this time as well. But I would like to ask you this, Pratyay, since Kyle Mayers is here, और बहुत सारे लोग ये क्वेश्चन पुट अप कर रहे थे कि काइल मेयर्स ने, मतलब अगर हम इनकी जगह क्वेंटन डिकॉक को मौका दें, इट वुड बी बेटर फॉर हिम एंड फॉर द टीम एज वेल, बिकॉज क्वेंटन डिकॉक को परफॉर्म करते हमने देखा भी है, और रिसेंटली अगेंस्ट विंडीज उन्होंने काफी 23 बॉल 50 लगाई थी, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग ऑन दिस नंबर, बट क्वेंटन डिकॉक की यहाँ जगह बनते फिलहाल दिखाई भी नहीं पड़ रही है, बिकॉज काइल मेयर्स ने इनिशियली काफी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था, बट उनके अलावा क्या और कोई स्पॉट है क्वेंटन डिकॉक का जहां वो आकर के अपने स्किल सेट को शो कर सके?
Not really, Ratsi. I think they had to bring him. In fact, I'm a little surprised by the fact that he has been omitted today because मुझे उम्मीद थी शायद कि काइल मेयर्स, क्योंकि पिछले जो 2 गेम्स रहे हैं शुरुआत अच्छी थी, बट उसके बाद जो 2 गेम्स रहे हैं काइल मेयर्स के, आई गेस 0 और 13 स्कोर्स अच्छे नहीं रहे. He hasn't been able to start. और जो एक डायलेमा था थिंक टैंक के पास में, because Quinton de Kock was involved in the series against the Netherlands, and then he had to come. But then you cannot ask someone like Mayers, the manner he was batting in the first couple of games, you couldn't have really asked him to just sit out and vacate the spot for someone who is coming in. So I think that has been the reason that he was given an extended run, which means that Quinton de Kock has been just warming the bench. But after 2 failures, I perhaps thought that maybe he could have been given a chance today. I don't exactly know why wasn't that the case, even if in fact, if they want him to maybe sub him in later as an impact player, if that is the case. But I think that yes, sooner or later you will see him in the 11, and I don't really think that there is a possibility for you to accommodate both Mayers and Quinton de Kock in the 11 for 2 reasons. Because both of them are your top order batters, and you cannot alter KL Rahul's position there. So you have to partner either de Kock or Kyle Mayers with him at the top. So you cannot be accommodating both of them. And I personally have never been a fan of asking players to bat out of their position or play a role that they are not used to playing, because certain players have that kind of caliber to be a floater. We know that Surya Kumar Yadav, we have seen him doing at Mumbai Indians. Couple of other players you can come to mind when you are talking about players who can actually bat at any position, from opening to number 3 to 4, 5, perhaps even playing the role of a finisher. But you do not expect all the players to be so flexible. It's a great thing to have if you have someone who's as flexible to just bat anywhere and float around the order as per need. But not every batter is like that. Quinton de Kock's main strength is when the ball is new. He is someone who is a very free flowing kind of a stroke maker. So when the ball is new, it's hard. There's someone who can counter swing as well. Power play batting is something which is his forte. So if you bring him back down the order, perhaps at number 3 or 4, you would not be giving him the ideal situation, and that entry point for him would not be correct. So personally, in my opinion, I don't see Mayers and de Kock playing together. And sooner or later, I feel that de Kock would be slotted in at some point of time at the expense of Mayers. So I think he would be under pressure as well, because if he does not perform in this game, then definitely you will see perhaps a de Kock coming in the next game. So if he can light up this game, then perhaps he can save his position.
समटाइम्स आई इवन फील लाइक अगर क्विंटन डिकॉक को मुंबई इंडियंस से रिटेन कर लेती तो वहां पर तो उनकी डेफिनेटली जगह बन रही थी, क्योंकि क्विंटन डिकॉक की जरूरत वहां पर हमें खल रही है। बट ठीक है, यहाँ पर भी देखते हैं कि कब उनको मौका लगता है और कब क्विंटन डिकॉक फ्रेम में आते हैं, बिकॉज वी नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ बैटर ही इज एंड वी शुड नॉट बी मिसिंग आउट जिस तरीके की स्ट्रोक प्ले वो करते हैं। मुझे तो एटलीस्ट काफी पसंद है। बट लेट्स सी, आफ्टर ऑल अब 1 मिनट रह गया इस मैच के शुरू होने में, और हम भी यहाँ से आपसे विदा लेंगे और मैच के बाद वापस जुड़ेंगे और डिस्कस करेंगे बहुत सारा मैच के ऊपर। इसके अलावा अपने कमेंट सेक्शन में आप फीडबैक दीजिए, व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट क्विंटन डिकॉक एंड हाउ डू यू सी हिम टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ एलएसजी's 11 मे बी वेरी सून। सो कमेंट सेक्शन में अपना ओपिनियन दीजिए। इसके अलावा हमारे साथ जुड़िए क्रिक ट्रैकर के इन द एयर शो में और जुड़िए पोस्ट मैच में फॉर श्योर, डोंट फॉरगेट दैट।